My sister told my 8-year-old he was adopted, in front of everyone, as a joke. He believed her for 4 days. It was Sunday dinner at my mom's, the whole family crammed around the table, when my son Eli spilled his juice, and my sister Renee laughed and said, "Careful, that's why they gave you up. Too messy." The table chuckled. Eli didn't. He looked at her with that flat, careful face kids make when they're deciding whether something is a joke. "Gave who up?" he said. "You," Renee said, buttering a roll. "You're adopted, kiddo." "Didn't they tell you, Renee?" I said. "Relax, it's obvious I'm kidding." She winked at him. "Look at those ears. Definitely a stranger's kid." Eli laughed a little. I thought it landed as a joke. I was wrong. He went quiet the whole ride home. That night he asked me to leave the hall light on, which he hadn't done in 2 years. I figured he was tired. The next morning I found him at the kitchen table with the family photo album open to the hospital pictures, me holding him, red and screaming an hour old. "What you doing, bud?" "Nothing." He closed it fast. Monday his teacher emailed. Eli had cried during silent reading and wouldn't say why. Tuesday he asked my wife, Dana, if she loved him even though. She said even though what? And he said never mind and went to his room. It wasn't until Wednesday night, 4 days in, that it broke open. I was tucking him in and he grabbed my sleeve. "Dad, if I'm good, will you keep me?" "Keep you?" "Eli, what are you talking about? Aunt Renee said you got me from somewhere. That my real parents didn't want me because I was messy." His chin was shaking. "I've been trying to be clean. I made my bed all week. I have never gone from love to rage that fast in my life." I held him and told him the truth, that Dana carried him, that I cut the cord, that he was ours down to the bone, and I showed him the hospital bracelet we'd kept. His name and Dana's on it. He fell asleep clutching it. Then I sat in the dark and thought about how Renee said it. Too fast. Too rehearsed. Didn't they tell you? Like she'd said those exact words before. Because she had. To herself. See, 3 weeks earlier, Renee had been at Mom's helping clear the basement, and she'd texted the family group chat a photo of an old file box, joking, "Found Mom's tax returns from the Stone Age, lol." Nobody thought about it again, but I remembered Mom going pale in that thread and typing, then deleting, then typing, "Just toss those, honey." I called Mom the next morning. What was in the box Renee found? Silence, long enough that I already knew. "Mom, please don't," she whispered. I never wanted her to see it that way. I was going to tell her when she was ready. Tell her what? Renee's adopted David. We got her at 11 months. Your father and I never, she doesn't know. She found the papers 3 weeks ago. She's been calling me every night, furious, saying I lied to her whole life. And there it was. My sister, 41 years old, blindsided by her own paperwork, too proud to say a word to any of us, so she'd taken the thing, eating her alive, and shoved it into an 8-year-old at the dinner table to watch someone smaller carry it for a minute. I didn't yell. I planned. That next Sunday I made sure everyone came. Mom, Renee, the aunts, the cousins. Same table. I waited until Renee was mid-story, holding court like always, and I set the old file box down in the middle of the table with a soft thud. She stopped talking. "Renee found something in the basement a few weeks back," I said to the room. "Been carrying it around ever since. I figured we're a family that says the hard stuff out loud now. At dinner. In front of everyone. That's the rule she made." Her face went white. "David, don't. You told my son his parents didn't want him because he was messy." I opened the lid. Her name was on the top page, 11 months old. A different last name crossed out. Whose kid did that box say was left somewhere? Renee. The whole table was looking at her. Mom was crying. Renee opened her mouth and nothing came out. No joke, no wink, nothing, and I watched her finally feel exactly what she'd made a second grader feel for 4 days. "He made his bed every morning this week," I said, "trying to earn the right to stay. He's 8. She got up so fast her chair hit the floor. I let her go. Then I picked up my son, who was standing in the hallway, and I said the thing I'd been saying every night since Wednesday, loud enough for all of them to hear it. "You were never from somewhere else. You were always exactly ours."